Welcome back, everybody. Marty and Kenya Wilhite here.
Thank you for putting me first that time.
I did it on purpose. With Duffy Homes, we're coming to you from the Worley Real Estate Network podcast studio. And we're continuing our series on financing, all things financing, questions that we've got, questions our clients have. We've got our expert here, Todd Hauger from Hawthorne Bank. He's answering a bunch of questions for us. We're learning a lot, for sure.
Yes, we are.
And right now, I want to know the difference in rates and with the different types of loans. So how does that all work?
All right. Well, there's a couple parts to that answer. Interest rates can vary amongst the different types of loans. A lot of the loans that provide assistance or government-backed loans tend to have a little bit lower interest rate than a traditional mortgage does. And then there are the a little bit more private financing or portfolio financing that tends to have rates that are more competitive on that as well. So it really just depends on the loan type, and it actually can depend on market conditions as to where they're priced as well.
Right. Okay.
Well,
great.
Speaking of market conditions, we all hear the rates go up, the rates go up, the rates go up, the Fed's making this change. How do those numbers translate to what we spend and what we pay for when we're buying loans?
That is a very, very popular question right now. And the simplest answer is the Fed raising rates has an impact on mortgage rates, but it's not a direct ratio. If the Fed raises interest rates 0.5%, mortgage rates typically don't just go up 0.5% the next day. That's not how it works. Multiple other things are involved on the back end of that will affect where the mortgage rates actually go. But until it actually happens, it just depends on so many other conditions and so many other things in the financial world that are going to determine where that mortgage rate's actually going to go.
Right.
Okay, makes sense. Well, with the fluctuations, and maybe you could even call it uncertainty with interest rates, why is it still a good time to buy or refinance?
Another great question. A lot of times people right now are renters. They're looking at buying their first home, and I know that a lot of them have been questioning, hey, do I want to wait until rates come down? Mm-hmm. We don't know when rates are going to come down. And the last time I checked, when you were paying that rent payment, you weren't getting anything back out of that by the time you were done with it. So buying that home, even though the rate might not be as appealing, is still potentially earning money for you in the long run or building equity in something where renting that apartment or whatever you're in is not going to return anything to you on the back end. So now is still a great time to buy if you're a renter. And if you're already a homeowner and looking to upgrade your home, the reality is prices have been going up for properties for a couple of years now, and we don't know when that's going to stop. And rates have been trending in an upward direction the last couple of months as well, and we don't know when that's going to change either. But again, if you're looking for another property, that interest rate difference, let somebody run the calculation on you and show you what the difference is going to be in your payment and see whether this still makes sense for you. But most of the time, not buying because interest rates have gone up is not necessarily a true tale.
Oh,
all good points.
Absolutely.
All good points. I know I've got clients in Missouri and Arkansas as well that have concerns about everything we just talked about. So
it's great
information.
Very,
and just
very
another reason having a qualified, knowledgeable agent or lender working in your best interest is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your tool belt. If you've got questions about any of the information any of the topics we've been talking about, give us a call. Our numbers will be on the screen right after this video, and we'd be happy to talk through anything with you, really.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to just to, chew the fat with you a little bit. That's really it. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody.